And here are a couple more things I found on clearance out here in Manila as of November 15th, 2010. These are the Speedstars Transformers, or I should say Transformers Hunt for the Decepticons Speedstars Stealth Force vehicles. And this is Soundwave, Bumblebee, and Silverstreak. I think this is supposed to be Bluestreak, but Hasbro just decided to name him Silverstreak, just like the Universe figure, the Deluxe Class Universe figure. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I didn't bother getting them on regular price because they were going for something like $14-15 regular price for a non-transforming, well, pseudo-transforming figures. Now they've gone as low as $10. So, I thought maybe $10 was a justifiable price for them. What the hey, right? Okay, if you remember my first video of these Stealth Force figures, it was Autobot Hound, or Hound. And I had these been sitting on the shelf for a long time now. It's very dusty. And I said this was a nod to the Mask vehicles back in the 80s, which popped up a lot of weapons. They were sort of vehicles in disguise that had weapons. Anyway, just check out my video review of this guy, and then if you pull the one part, weapons just pop out, and then pull it back, the weapons just go back. It's just like that. Anyway, one thing I wanted to point out was the reason I got this one on retail, because I thought this one was worth that much. Compared to these guys, they are so not in scale with each other. Maybe Bumblebee. No, not even Bumblebee. Bumblebee's like a tad bit smaller. If he were in scale with Hound, he'd be a little bit longer, just a little bit. The funny thing is, Silverstreak, I don't think is in scale with Bumblebee. Maybe he's close. Maybe if you were a little bit bigger, maybe they'd be in scale. So he's not in scale with him. He's not in scale with him. And the other funny thing I found out was Soundwave is not in scale with Bumblebee or with Hound. He might be in scale with Silverstreak, but I think for him to be in scale with Silverstreak, he should be a little bit bigger as well. But I could be wrong. Maybe they're both in scale. But what's funny was, what the funny thing I hear is they're not in scale, and you're paying. Their price points are exactly the same. So I don't think you were getting your money's worth if you bought these three on retail. Whereas if you bought oops, damn, I'm getting good at this Michael Bay thing. Whereas if you did buy the Stealth Force Hound figure, maybe you'd be getting your money's worth. But for these guys, I would really recommend you wait for them to go on clearance, because for $10 they're fine. Okay, so that's that. Just one more size comparison. Here is a typical Scout class figure from the Revenge of the Fallen line, or Hunt for the Decepticons. I can't even remember anymore. Yes, Hunt for the Decepticons line. This is Oil Pan. And here he is. So just you have an idea of how big these Stealth Force figures are. And then finally with Soundwave. Okay, then Soundwave is, I think, in scale with the Scout class. Okay, so on to their features. Let's start with Bumblebee. To activate his hidden weapons, what you do is you want to pull the back bumper, and you want to hold on to his front. Well, try and hold on to the front part of the car, and then just pull it out. Oh, hold the. Oh well, just hold here, and then just pull it out, and it pops out. To collapse everything, just push. And he's back to his disguise mode. He rolls very well. Even when the weapons are popped out, he still rolls very well. Very nice, very cool looking vehicle mode and battle mode. I wish the wings or the doors would have popped up a little bit higher, but it's cool. It's actually very nice. And he still rolls even in battle mode. So very cool. That's Bumblebee. Then on to Silverstreak. This is probably my favorite among the three. I love this figure. I even love the ease at which you pop out the weapons. You just lift the boot or the trunk like so. Oop, epic fail. Like that, and all the weapons just pop out seamlessly. Then close him, just close the boot, and he's back in car mode. Once again, I'm slipping. Very nice. I like it. I like this one. It's very, very smooth transformation or pop-up motion, and he closes very well. The Bumblebee can be a little bit of a pain, especially when he's still in packaging, because there's really nowhere to hold him without hindering the weapons deployment. But this one was easy. We haven't gotten Barricade yet as of this time. I'm kind of hoping they'd still import him, and I think transformation is something like this as well. So that's that. And finally, we go to Soundwave. I think this is the animated Soundwave version, obviously, not the cassette tape. They all have their faction symbols at the bottom. These holes are really for the pegs on the packaging. Now, among all these Stealth Force figures, this is the one that breaks or malfunctions the quickest. And it's really because kids are just trying them constantly, because the packaging is just, there's no bubble, there's nothing on it to prevent anyone from touching it. It's really meant to be like that for you to try them out. And when kids keep popping this guy back and forth so many times, this sunroof, or not the sunroof, this part of the roof really is the first one to get dislodged. And dislodged, I mean when it just stays popped up. Even when you collapse all the weapons, it will not collapse in. And maybe if it's happened to you, maybe you could unscrew some parts and maybe you could clip it on somewhere, but I would not recommend it, because these things are wired precisely, and if you unscrew it, you'll probably lose, I don't know, you probably just make a, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll probably make a mess out of it. But you know, you could just probably return it and exchange it at the Hasbro head office or something like that. Just mail it to them, they'll probably send you a new one. But anyway, here's how it works. Just hold on here, and you just pull the spoiler at the back. You have to do it briskly, because if you just do that, the side doors and the back panels, they don't pop out. So very briskly and crisply, he deploys awesome, massive weapons. I mean, for a small vehicle, he just packs a punch. He just packs a lot of weapons. Anyway, and what I'm saying is this thing, this roof bit does not fold anymore for some of the ones I've seen on display, which were also on clearance. This is one of the few ones I've seen that actually still close. So to close him, crisply push the spoiler in, and he still closes. So very nice. Overall, for the clearance price that I got them, they're okay, but on regular price, I wouldn't recommend getting them. So there you go, the Transformers, Hunt for the Decepticons, Speedstar, Stealth Force, Bumblebee Soundwave, or animated Soundwave, and Silverstreak. I hope this video has been helpful to some of you who are thinking of getting these figures or vehicles. And thanks for watching.